able to come back to Miami for your last year after, that historic run. How special is that for you to end things here?
It's really special. I think that's why I chose to come back, just because playing with Hannah and then finishing my career off at Miami means so much. I love this university, so I'm just so excited for this season.
Haley, Coach was just saying that you and your sister, I had asked her what were her preconceived notions of you guys, and then what she sees. She said that you are the two most competitive players that she's ever coached in her career. Can you just talk about that? I mean, with all of the fame and everything you guys have, the level of competitiveness that you guys still bring every day, where does that come from?
Right, I think it comes from being basketball players. That's what Hannah and I did, and that's before all the fame or whatever the following. Playing the game with my twin sister and competing at the highest level is everything I love. That's the most important thing to me. So I'm glad that's a great compliment from her, and I think it just comes from being a basketball player before an influencer or anything of that nature.
Do you think being twins, were you guys always competing against each other? Does that help also? And did you guys build the competitive nature within each other just from being together playing all the time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Hannah is my biggest competitor. She's my biggest cheerleader. But the accountability wise, if she's in the gym, I'm in the gym. And even last year when we were playing together, Hannah wasn't seeing the floor as much. Like, there was no one out working Hannah. Every time I was in the gym, she was in the gym. And I think that's why we are where we are today, just because we push each other. And yeah, competitive, 100%.
Nat, for you, why Miami? How's everything been so far down here?
It's been great, yeah. Number one, I wanted to have a bigger role for my 5th year, end out on a bang academically. They have a great master's program that I wanted, which is sport administration. That was really, really huge for me, and doing that in a market like Miami to continue my career in life after basketball, that was huge. And then the opportunity to play with them, we were kind of in talks, with them coming back or not coming back. That decision was huge. They know the system, great people, great basketball players, but great human beings to be around. So, yeah, and obviously the staff was great. Coming from Toledo, they were super successful there, and they kind of know what I wanted out of this 5th year, and we have a really great plan for what we want to accomplish in the ACC. So super excited and happy about my decision.
Natalija, first year here at Miami, and you're so excited to have this opportunity, but you're still in the ACC, and it's super competitive. Feels like there's always more than a handful of ranked teams in the top 25. What kind of experience are you going to bring to this team, having played for another team in the ACC, having experience in those types of locker rooms, and what are you trying to bring to this new locker room for this upcoming season?
Yeah, I think fresh off of an ACC championship, I kind of saw what that culture looks like and what the culture in the locker room needs to look like first to build the chemistry off the court for that to translate on the court. And trying to really build my leadership skills. I was under great leadership, at my previous school, and kind of recognizing what you need to do as a senior, as a 5th year, and kind of having them to lean on, obviously, as returners and Jazz and some of these other upperclassmen, but really trying to work on that culture and building. We have a lot of underclassmen on this team. We have a lot of transfers, obviously a whole new coaching staff, so really trying to gel and do that in the summer and preseason so that when we're in those big moments and we hit adversity, because every team will, we're ready and we're equipped with the skills to do that. So I think just that more intangible and off-the-court stuff that we've really been working on.
Piggyback on that, for both of you, Trish was talking about the things that you guys have done away from the court that she's tried to bring, like the cooking class and other things you guys have done, swimming at her house, whatever, to try to gel and grow, and that the trip to Maui is also going to help with that. Can you just talk about that, like the cooking experience? What was that like? How have you guys bonded with so many different people coming together?
I think Coach TC does a great job of getting us in the community, number one, the cooking class, and then just getting out there and really learning about the community of Miami. And then gelling together, I feel like just pool days, dinners. Me and I hang out all the time. So I just think continuing to do that and build on that. Obviously, everyone's new here and we're learning a new system, but the more we hang out outside and the more we enjoy each other outside will allow us to be successful on the court as well.
Haley, how have you seen you and Hannah really mature over your guys' time? Because obviously, being a Division I athlete, you don't have a lot of free time. Add in all of the off the court stuff. How have you been able to really balance personal life, sports, and academics?
I think it's a learning as you go and you get older. I think maturity comes as you experience things, and I would just say having priorities and keeping my circle, the people I trust and the people I lean on, just having priorities and getting their advice through each and every day. I think that allows us to kind of be very active in 24 hours in a day. And yeah, academics, sports, business, all of those can be accomplished if you're very prioritized and have a good calendar and a good group around you.
Haley, every coach is very unique. Can you describe Tricia Cullop, just from what you've seen so far? What kind of coach is she on the court, away from the court? You know, what are we going to see and what are the fans going to see?
Coach TC, I would say off the court, number one, as a human being, she's a great person. She's a great leader. The way she takes care of every single person, how she wants to get out into the community is just telling about her character, number one. Number two, as a coach, I think the way she's taken a group of girls, younger, older, and put us all together and how much we have gelled so far in the preseason has something that I want to be a part of. I want to learn. I want to grow from Coach TC and play for her and win for her. So I just think that's so telling. Her staff in general are great humans, great people. So I think that's number one. And yeah, just the things she does. For example, we do a Thankful Thursday, and we go out and give Ariel, our equipment person, something just to make her feel loved, and everything she does for that. And that's Coach TC's idea. So that's just an example of who she is, and I'm excited to play for her this season.
So like thanking different people around the staff
Yeah.
that are on the fringe that may get
Yeah.
that may get overlooked.
Right, exactly, and that's from our head coach, the leader of it all. So I think that's just very telling of the people she surrounds us with and the person that she is.
And Nat, for you too, I mean, what have you seen from her as a coach?
She's a player's coach. I think she's super receptive to, our ideas and feedback, and I really admire that, especially as a senior, as a fifth year, and really wanting to have a close relationship and a collaborative relationship with your head coach. And even just being adaptive, like this is new for everybody, not just for us as transfers or for fifth years, but this whole entire program. So really just being adaptive, ready to change, ready to adapt, ready to listen. I think she's a great listener. And like I said, just building that communication piece is something that I really value. And she's great at that. So that's huge for me in building a relationship with a whole new staff, not just TC, but the whole staff.
Haley, you played a big role in that Elite Eight run. I know Jasmine's back from that team, but a lot of new faces. Do you see any similarities between the two teams, and kind of what stands out to you the most about this year's team?
Similarities, no. I wouldn't. I think we're a whole different team. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a great thing. We have great post players. I've never played with two talented post players like this. Nat and Cam are insane, so I'm super fired up by that. And I think our system's a little bit different. You guys will see that when the season comes, but I would just say I'm really excited for that and just being able to play with good post players. We're really well balanced and well rounded. The coaching staff did a great job in the portal in bringing the right pieces together, so I'm looking forward to it.
Haley, you mentioned kind of this new system this upcoming year, but Coach Cullop mentioned your shooting ability. And last year, Miami had a lot of great size, played a very physical brand of basketball, but struggled to have consistent perimeter shooting. How do you think you're going to help coming back into that system and into specifically Coach Cullop's new system here, and kind of what do you want to establish as a guard play, and especially with shooting the ball this year with this team?
Right, I think just being a well-balanced team on the inside and the outside, that's really hard to guard as an opponent, and it's a hard scout. So I think just bringing that consistently and doing whatever I need to do for the team to win and be successful.
Nat, I wanted to ask about, you said a specific program that Miami had, which is one of the things that drew you to it. Can you expound on that a little bit? What is that program?
It's sport administration, so it's a 1-year program. It's super intensive. So I'm in 30 credits. I have class every day. I have net class after practice. And then I'll be here all next summer finishing my degree. And just being in the market that Miami is with sports, kind of wanting to do that after sports and expanding, my career with that. That was a huge factor for my decision here. So it's been great so far. A lot of work, but it's good.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.